My name is Colin Ingebrigtsen. I'm from Woodbury, Minnesota. My winter team is Minnesota Made. My favorite player is Charlie McAvoy.
Hi, my name is Parker Shane. My hometown is Monticello, Minnesota. My winter team is Rogers Royals, and my favorite player is Connor McDavid.
My name is Mason Jensen. My hometown is Rogers, Minnesota. My winter club is Rogers. My favorite player is Connor McDavid.
My name is Tommy Picanato. My hometown is Osseo Maple Grove. I play for Osseo Maple Grove Square Day, and my favorite player is Connor McDavid.
My name is Danny Clares. I'm from Orono, Minnesota. My team is Orono Hockey. My favorite player is Mark Scheifele.
Hello, my name is Mason Kraft. My hometown is Lakeville, Minnesota. My winter club is Lakeville North, and my favorite player is Patrick Kane.
My name is Andrew O'Neill. I'm from Fargo, North Dakota. I play for Fargo Freeze, and my favorite player is Connor McDavid.
My name's Tyler Hess. I'm from St. Louis Park, Minnesota. I play for my winter club, St. Louis Park, and my favorite player is Nathan McKinnon.
My name is KG Sauer. I live in Sartell, Minnesota. My winter team is the Sartell Sabres, and my favorite hockey player is Sidney Crosby.
My name is Rowan Vaughn. My hometown is Minnetonka, Minnesota. My winter club is Minnetonka. My favorite player is Alex Ovechkin.
Hi, my name is Luke Myers. I'm from Stillwater, Minnesota. My winter club was the Stillwater Ponies. My favorite player is Thomas Vanek.
My name is Evan McNeil. I'm from Apple Valley, Minnesota. I play for Apple Valley Eagles, and my favorite player is Mikael Granlund.
Hello, my name is Faz Offit. I'm from Edina, Minnesota. This winter I played for Edina Square Day Green, and my favorite player is Marc-Andre Fleury.
My name is Will Corton. I'm from Lakeville, Minnesota. I played for Lakeville South Square Day. My favorite player is Brock Besser.
Hi, my name is Landon Hubel. I'm from Lakeland, Minnesota, and I play Stillwater School Day, and my favorite player is Marc-Andre Fleury. My name is Brady Sorrentino, and I'm from Maple Grove, Minnesota, and my winter team is Maple Grove, and my favorite player is Rasmus Dahlin.
Nelson. I am from Scottsdale, Arizona, and my winter club is the Junior Coyotes, and my favorite player is Erik Karlsson.
Hi, my name is Karin O'Tell, and I'm from Surrey, from BC, and my winter team is Semiahmoo, and my favorite hockey player is Connor McDavid.
Hello, my name is Drew Schock. I am from Green Bay, Wisconsin. I play for the Green Bay Gamblers, and my favorite hockey player is Vladimir Tarasenko.
Hello, my name is Trey Peck. My hometown is Orono, Minnesota. My winter club is Orono, and my favorite player is Matt Cullen.
Hello, my name is Josh Toll. I play for Rosemount, Minnesota, and my winter team is Rosemount, and my favorite player is Matt Cullen.
Hi, my name is Emmett Ryder. I'm from Maple Grove, Minnesota. My winter team is Osseo Maple Grove Square Day Crimson. My favorite player is William Nylander.
My name is AJ Serban. My hometown is Northville, Michigan. My winter team is Bell Tire, and my favorite player is Steven Stamkos.
My name is Alexander Oliver. My hometown is Cleveland, Ohio. My winter club is the Cleveland Barons, and my favorite player is Cam Atkinson.
Hello, my name's Cruz Martin, and I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and my winter club is AAA Blues, and my favorite hockey player is Patrick Laine.
My name is Brady Sheridan. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and my winter team is the Junior Coyotes. My favorite player is Austin Matthews.
My name is Spencer Schober. I'm from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. My home team is Fond du Lac Thunder, and my favorite player is Carey Price.
My name is Miles Jensen. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. I play for the AAA Blues, and my favorite player is Braden Holtby.
Hi, my name is Devin Hobson. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. I play for the St. Louis AAA Blues, and my favorite player is Erik Karlsson.
Hello, my name is Jackson Schrader. My hometown is Stevens Point, and I play for Stevens Point Ice Hawks, and my favorite player is Joe Pavelski.
Hi, my name is Wyatt Harris. My hometown is
Kaukauna, Wisconsin, and my winter team is Green Bay Gamblers, and my favorite player is Sidney Crosby.
Friday at the show, the North American Hockey Showcase rolls on with Great Plains taking on USA as we get our night session underway from the Bloomington Ice Gardens in Bloomington, Minnesota. It's the 2018 Youth Hockey Hub Show, the North American Hockey Showcase presented by Youth Hockey Hub. Great Plains 4-1, the second best record in this tournament so far, trailing just New England. Takes on 1-4 USA, and we are underway. Great Plains in those tan uniforms. They'll skate right to left in front of their goaltender, Fuzz Offed. Goaltender from Edina, Minnesota, in net as his teammates work it around. They'll look to attack going right to left, and they will try and solve Spencer Schober, who's the goaltender for the USA squad out of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. This USA squad made up of teams from just that, all around the United States of America, plus one from Surrey, British Columbia. Kirkaran O'Tall, who will skate out there in the blue and white. So USA with their first touch coming up the ice. On the far side with it, Wyatt Harris takes it into the far side post, and he's steered away by Danny Clares. We saw this Great Plains team earlier today already skating on this same sheet of ice. They skated to their third straight win of the tournament, 5-2 over North America. Shot riding high on Offed, and he knocks it away with the blocker. So some quick pressure here in the first minute and 5 seconds of action. Pushed ahead by USA. Great Plains keeping them pinned up behind the net. Still, though, the possession going is Jackson Schroeder out of Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Took it behind the net for a moment, had it touched away by Great Plains. Only loss for Great Plains. That Came earlier in the tournament to New England, the unbeaten team right now in the show. And they'll stay that way going into the final game of the night. We'll have that game coming up later. And New England will try and go unbeaten all the way through pool play into bracket play tomorrow. It's picked up by A.J. Sherman for USA. Dumped ahead, looking for O'Tall, that British Columbia native, on this Team USA. Stuck up along the boards on the near side. Left for Tommy Picconato. Picconato has had a good tournament so far. 3 assists, including 2 in that game earlier this morning on back-to-back goals as they put it away from North America, who's been held out of the win column so far. Offsides will draw us back to neutral ice for the face-off. Yet to see Great Plains attack. They had plenty of pressure in their first game of the day and eventually broke through for those 5 goals and the victory. Off the draw, USA wins it. They're just looking for their second win of the tournament. They've scored 19 goals and allowed 20. The -1 on the margin so far for the balance of the tournament as Andrew O'Neill tries to work it across the blue line. He lost the puck right there. USA forces it out. Taken right back in by Gavin McNeil. But somebody was already still in the zone. So pulled right back out to neutral ice again. Ingebretson and Clares, the starting D-man. Mason Kraft, Owen Korkish, and William Cortant started as that first line, but you've got Vaughn, O'Neill, and McNeil out there right now for Great Plains. Still with Clares, the defenseman. He got it to the blue line. McNeil had it poked away, so good stick work from USA to keep this potent offense of Great Plains out of the zone. 28 goals scored so far in the tournament. Right back to USA it goes. Inside and a backhanded try from Devin Hobson on the doorstep. Slides wide as we go under 12 minutes to go here in this first period. Plenty of pressure from USA. Did not think this was the same team that was just 1-4 coming into this contest, but now back the other way comes Andrew O'Neill to try and apply some pressure. He's bumped down to the deck by Cruz Martin, St. Louis, Missouri native playing for Team USA, and he stopped up McNeil's chance and took it away from O'Neill. Quickly back up the other end of the ice it comes. A wide turn, shot deflecting off the pads of Offed. Miles, and now it comes back in right off the rebound on the far side, and it will be Team USA who scores first. And it is O'Tall. The Canadian gets Team USA on the board. 11:26 to go. So 11:20 to go, and Great Plains trailing here, trying to get it right back as they attack right off the draw. Won that, push it back behind the cage. Puck ricochets back out in front of the goal line, and Team USA there to pick it up and move it down the ice. Quickly it goes for Harris. Harris steps inside a defender. Nifty move at the circle, and he puts it ahead to Cruz Martin, who can't bang it home. Under 11 minutes we go. Arm in the air, penalty coming up. This one's going to be coming up on USA if they can touch up, and it's going to be a trip.
Assisted by number 88, Jackson Schrader. Time of the even strength goal, 3 minutes and 34 seconds.
So it's all the goal. Getting the assist from Jackson Schrader. Schrader's 3rd assist. Penalty is coming up on USA. And that will send Harris into the box. So a power play opportunity right away for Great Plains to try and answer the goal. Scored by USA. 10:50 to go in this first period. Going to take it all the way down the ice after the win of the draw. Picconato dumps it towards the blue line. A little too strong. Sent backwards by Drew Schock. For USA on the far side, Ingebretson trying to control and move it with control across the blue line. Couldn't quite do it, but it hits his skate as he spins down to the deck and ricochets back below the goal line. So a fortunate bounce for Great Plains, but they can't hang on to possession. Sent out of the zone by Joshua Toll. Right to the blue line, knocked back in. Toll after it. Picconato instead. He sends it forward, deflected off the skate of a USA defenseman. Along the goal line it goes. Owen Korkish dumped it down. Now at least some settled time. See if they can get into that power play offense here. 5-on-4 for Great Plains. Instead, it's taken away. Worked up the ice by USA. Engelbrecht touches it off the boards at neutral ice, sends it ahead to Picanato. Picanato, quick touch. Going up to Mason Kraft, the Lakeville skater. Can't hang on to it. It's wrapped back around with 55 seconds to go in the power play and chased down and will be an icing. Good long skate after that for Jackson Schrader. We'll come back down the other end. Schober, Spencer Schober out of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, we told you. He's in net on the other side. Draw won cleanly by Schrader. Quickly down the ice, finds a man wide open on the back door, and O'Tall can't cash it home for his second of the game. That was well played, shorthanded with 40 seconds to go in the power play for Great Plains. Just short. Here's Jensen. Jensen had a hat trick this morning. Jensen's the leading goal scorer in the tournament. Dumps it back off to Duchesne. Duchesne fired it on net. Bangs off the back of the boards and caroms out to the far side corner. Duchesne trying to cleanly pick the pocket of a USA defenseman. Drops down below the goal line. Return pass back out in front. Swing for KJ Sauer goes wide. And it's picked up off the boards by Jackson Schrader. Pushed down the ice. The only one to give chase is Luke Myers, the Stillwater skater for Great Plains. 2 seconds, 1 second, and back to full strength as Jensen turns the corner. Jensen blows past 3 defenders, left the puck on his back heel, and had to recover trying to send it off the boards. He gets Duchesne to help him along the boards. Back to Jensen it goes. Nifty stepping inside one man, but a second defender's right there. Cruz Martin works it up ahead on the far side. 3-on-2, long shot going high over the glove of Offed. And banging off the boards in the near side corner. Picked up by Great Plains to play it ahead. Finds Sauer on the far side. 8:20 to go here in this first period. It's a 1-0 lead for USA. Looking for just their second win of the tournament against a 4-win Great Plains team. Coming in, walking down the slot goes Sherman. He fires the shot that goes wide. Sherman, that bright red helmet, started this. He's back in the middle looking for a return pass. Got it, but it was swept away from him. Back towards the blue line where Isaac Nelson picks it up all the way from Scottsdale, Arizona. Dumps it down below the net, bangs into the back of the cage, picked up by Joshua Toll. He'll turn the corner, put it back in front for Sorrentino. His shot was blocked away by Offed. Great Plains trying to wrestle the puck away from Toll. Toll again, centering pass out in front. That one just a little bit too strong. Spun his man around as Hobson couldn't catch up to it. Vaughn streaking down the ice, grabs it at the goal line, has it poked away. Right there is Duchesne. Duchesne walking along the goal line with it. 2 defenders come over. The second is Hobson, and he takes it away. Move it up the ice for USA. 3-on-2 break as they cross the blue line. Toll leaves it off to the far left side. His return pass ducked below the goal line. Wrapping around the boards with 7:15 to go here in period number 1. A touch for Picanato. Can't get it too much clear of his own goal line. Needs a little bit of help. Tyler Hess trying to do just that. Picanato and Hess got a little help this time from Luke Myers. Myers will finally turn the corner. He'll look to flip it up the boards, but Toll knocked it right back down. Toll holds it in. Hobson over to try and pick it up. Off the boards again. 2 players scramble, hit the deck with 6:50 to go here in this first period. Puck still loose. Chance for USA coming in and right off the bench. A chance to get that look at the net, and the shot never fired through from Jackson Schrader. Finally settled onto the stick of Great Plains, and they'll move it out of the zone. Past their own blue line, under control from Andrew O'Neill, but somebody was offsides. And it was Gavin McNeil who came flying off the bench. 4 goals, 4 assists. McNeil was held scoreless in this morning's contest. And it was Mason Jensen in his show, 3 of the 5 goals to Jensen from Rogers, Minnesota. Draw control by Great Plains. They're down a goal, 1-0. And they have had to scrap for every possession they've gotten so far. Team USA doing a good job maintaining possession. Also on this end of the ice, checking them off the puck with good stick work. And that a little too aggressive on an actual check. And so another penalty opportunity for Great Plains. Their second of the game already here in the first. This one whistled on Cruz Martin. 1 goal. Gurkaranveer O'Tall scoring his 3rd of the tournament for Team USA. has them up 1-0, but they're a man down. Sauer fighting for the puck on the far side. Picked up, Jensen. Dangling with it all the way along the goal line. He had it poked away, up along the boards. Teammate there. It's knocked down by Clares. Clares moves it to the middle of the ice, but it's intercepted by Team USA. Sent down the ice. A.J. Sherman was chasing, but he's called back to the bench. 90 seconds to go on the power play. Great Plains, long pass up to Jensen. Jensen's all on his own against 4 defenders. Now he's got some teammate help in there, but his pass is deflected and intercepted on his way across the ice. Isaac Nelson dumps it right back. It's picked up. Luke Myers going circle to circle. Playing with Clares. Clares up to Jensen at the blue line. Clares wanted it back, came a little late, so he chases down below the goal line. Puck pops up free. Right there to pick it up is Duchesne. Duchesne has it again on the far side. Clares skating free as the puck swallowed up by 3 USA skaters below the net. But back out, it's deflected to Jensen. Jensen shot, winding high, goes over the crossbar. Bangs off the backboards with 44 seconds to go in the power play. Here comes Duchesne. Duchesne fires the shot in close on Schober. Knocked it down once and twice, and after the second, he settled it in. 39 seconds to go in the power play. 4:51 to go here in this first period. It's a 1-0 lead for Team USA, and they're hanging on. Facing their second power play attempt from Great Plains. McNeil sweeps the draw backwards. Tyler Hess out near the blue line, drops it down. Vaughn tried to go short angle across the crease. It was deflected down below the goal line, back to O'Neill. He'll chase, walled off by 2 defenders, taken away by O'Tall. Tried to turn the corner, lost it back to Vaughn. Vaughn's got McNeil right there on his hip. Instead goes out to Ingebretson, fires the long shot. Whistle blows. The whistle came before that one slipped free. Schober did let it go. Just for a moment, Vaughn stuffed it home, but the whistle had already blown. 16 seconds to go on the power play, under 4.5 remaining here in this first period. And a huge draw win right there for Team USA. Swept to Emmett Reeder. Reeder trying to make his way up the ice. He's tripped. Down goes actually A.J. Sherman that time, who ended up with the puck. And that's going to even things up here for the final 7 seconds on a trip. So Tyler Hess, first in the box for Great Plains. They'll go 0 for 2 on the power play. That expires now, and there'll be a minute 52 of power play opportunity. Now Great Plains shorthanded, nearly an opportunity, but Cruz Martin out of the box, able to sweep it away. Here comes Schrader. Schrader to the circle. Schrader steps inside a defender, coming in tight. Wall to the right-hand side of the net. Minute 40 to go in the power play opportunity. Under 4 minutes to go in this first period. Great Plains comes away with possession. It's Korkish. Korkish goes wide. Fires the pass to the near side. William Cortan had some net to work with, but just couldn't handle the pass. Up ahead it goes on the far side. Sherman slicing through a couple of defenders, staying on a knee, ending up in the net, and that's going to draw the whistle. So Sherman just could not stop as he got caught up in traffic. Offed was able to get out of the way. And that'll bring our draw out to neutral ice. 3:38 to go, a 1-0 lead. The goal came less than 4 minutes into this game. Great Plains has had 2 chances on the power play. USA on the power play right now. A chance to expand their lead. Joshua Toll trying to track it down on the far side. Both skaters end up down on a knee. Toll needs some help. Now they've got Mason Kraft fighting forward for Great Plains. Kraft able to poke it free, looking for Jensen at the blue line. Kraft instead will keep it, works its way all the way up the ice. Hounded by a defender, eventually poked away as he tried to bring it back to himself and turns it over. Back it goes to Toll. Toll through neutral ice. Toll across the blue line. Sends it right back into the middle. A little too strong for Isaac Nelson. He'll have to chase to the corner. Under 3 minutes to go here in this first period. Puck is floating out in front. Touched up by USA. Little backhand shot. Stayed wide and eventually knocked down by Offed. Somehow he winds his way back to that one and walls off the return try. On the weak side, Wyatt Harris, Joshua Toll, both on the doorstep. And they had Offed sprawling, but the goaltender makes the save to keep it 1-0. 30 seconds to go in the power play. That's Hobson down below the goal line. Hobson with Myers on him. Works his way back out in front. That was O'Tall. Puck popped out and shoved right back in towards Offed, who makes another save with 19 seconds to go on the power play. .15 seconds left. 2.5 to go in the period. Puck pops out of the zone. USA trying to wall it down. Shorthanded opportunity coming up the other side for Sauer. Sauer will just take the quick wrister and send it wide. Wraps all the way around the boards, but now we go to full strength. So USA goes 0 for 1 on their first power play opportunity. Teams are combined 0 for 3 as Sauer, another bullet of a shot from outside the circle. Missed it wide to the near side. At neutral ice, Sauer, the bigger skater, the biggest, out there right now trying to fight for possession. Knocked past him. Through neutral ice it goes. Luke Myers, last man standing to try and track it down in the corner. Got Cruz Martin on his hip with 1:45 to go in the period. USA leading it 1-0. Trying to find their second win of the tournament. A turn, quick shot in towards the post, covered up by Offed. USA just putting on the pressure and pouring it towards Offed. Cruz Martin that time with the quick wrist. Martin, as we told you, out of St. Louis, Missouri. 1:35 to go. McNeil and O'Neal trying to find possession. Instead, it's taken away by USA. Down below the goal line. Return pass to Toll right out in front. Centered up, and he couldn't knock it home on net. Instead goes wide, and Great Plains a chance to clear. Toll, though, comes and swipes it away. Hanging on that left side. Turns the corner. Tried to knife it in close towards Offed, and he stuck right with the pole and directed it around the cage. Puck pops all the way out of the zone. Nelson has to retreat with it. Nelson flips it up backhand, looking for Toll. Toll can't catch up to it, but right there is Harris. Harris now will enter it in at the blue line. He'll float to the right side, fire that shot, deflected away. Claire has got a piece of that, redirected it behind the net. Bouncing puck, knocked down in front of the net with 45 seconds to go. Here comes O'Neal. He's got McNeil back on his hip. O'Neal takes the shot. Rebound chance, left there once. Second try by Vaughn, and he'll knock it home. O'Neal put the shot right on Schober. McNeil had a golden opportunity. He couldn't hit it, but it's Rowan Vaughn who will knock it home for Great Plains. And that ties us up at 1 with just 38.6 seconds remaining. For Vaughn, that is his 4th goal of the tournament. And here comes Great Plains looking for more. Backhand shot, this time swallowed up by Schober. Hangs on to that offering from Luke Myers.
Assisted by number 17, Andrew O'Neal. Time of the even strength goal, 14 minutes and 22 seconds.
Vaughn from Minnetonka. O'Neal the assist out of Fargo. So the 1-0 lead lasting just shy of 11 minutes for USA. Each team with power play opportunities, 1 for USA, 2 in the period for Great Plains. Korkish had it poked from him. Mason Kraft picked it up. Finds Cortan well outside the circle. He falls down to the deck. 1 second to go, and that's it. That's what we've got for a first period of action. A quick break in between first and second period. A late goal scored by Great Plains with 38 seconds to go. Rowan Vaughn knocks it home to tie the game after O'Tall from Surrey, British Columbia had given a 1-0 lead to the USA. We'll go 1-1 to the second next on the North American Hockey Showcase presented by Youth Hockey Hub. 1-1 after the first between Great Plains and USA. For Great Plains, they've got a chance with a victory and some help later tonight to tie for the best record out of pool play. Their only loss to the New England team that will play in our nightcap. The best they can do is hope to tie them at a 5-1 mark, but they'll have to come from behind, or rather, they already came from behind once, and now they'll have to do it again as right off the draw, USA bangs the pipe and knocks it through. Jackson Schrader with his 4th goal of the tournament. And before you're settled after the short break, 9 seconds in, it's 2-1 USA. Schrader, you can hear that one. Plunk the pipe, stayed home, and just a quick wrister to beat Hafed. He stopped 5 of 6 shots in the first period. The first one that he sees here in the second is true and rings home. O'Toole, aggressive on the forecheck, trying to get that puck right back. Couldn't do it. Down the ice, Parker Deschênes, is upended, and that's going to draw the penalty for a trip. Inadvertent there, but A.J. Sherman's going to end up in the box nonetheless. So right out of that.
USA goal scored by number 88, Jackson Schrader.
A power play opportunity. 3rd of the game.
And number 5, Super G O'Toole. Time of the even straight goal, 8 seconds. That's USA Schrader from Sherman and O'Toole.
And we're going to even things up right away. 9 seconds in. Nope, we're going to redo this. I thought they had called a penalty. So we're going to stay 5-on-4 in the favor of Great Plains. Bringing us back to neutral ice. Pushed ahead, Andrew O'Neill. Had that taken away. Brady Sheridan fighting to maintain possession as he makes his way up the ice. Then he's upended. He ran into O'Neill's stick, so O'Neill without a stick. Sheridan right there in front. Had Harris floating down close to O'Toole. And they all lost the puck and eventually goes to Myers. Myers for Great Plains, wrapping around the far side boards. Up it goes. Ingebretson trying to walk it down through the circle. He had it poked away. They're looking to set up their power play offense. They're 0 for 2 so far. This one deflected all the way back to the goal line, so no icing. 59 seconds to go in the power play. It's been an active first 2 minutes with a goal and a penalty already here in the second period. Flying across the blue line goes Vaughn. He'll stop at the circle. Centering pass looking for O'Neill. Instead it flies all the way back out to the blue line, and Ingebretson looked like a good attempt at hanging that one in. And the whistle blows instead, so he did not. Korkish is going to take the draw at neutral ice with Kraft off to his right. Trying to beat Joshua Toll, who is just able to flick it off the boards far side. And now Toll swoops right in there and takes it away. On the shorthand attempt, Hobson through traffic at the blue line of Great Plains, able to dump it down. He'll look to go chase. Toll cycles back, might have been able to give him some help. He and Oliver stay at the blue line. Out it comes to Korkish. Korkish pushing it ahead to Cortan. Cortan back to Korkish. Korkish with the backhand shot. Stop, save, rebound, and it's Cortan who will bury it home. 2-2 your score on the power play goal. And the second of the tournament from William Cortan. Cortan not only his second of the tournament, but his second of the day. He scored earlier in their first game today. And was in fact the Youth Hockey Hub player of the game. Interviewed by none other than Tony Scott. Cortan picks up a goal again here in this one. Ingebretson and Clares pick up the assist. So the power play evens things up. Each team with a goal in each period. Still 12 minutes to go here in this second. Told you what was on the line for Great Plains. Still fighting to take a share of the best record out of pool play. Meanwhile, if you're USA, just trying to add a second win. O'Toole, a gift of a turnover. He fires that one high, bouncing around, and it does just flop down shy of the post. Offed made a lot of contact with that, but it still fluttered dangerously over his back and down. Thought that was going to drop well over the crossbar, but he was out towards the front of the crease, so there was a lot of space between goaltender and goal line, and it nearly fell down. Sherman off the draw, and he took it right out of the zone. Sorrentino tried to track it down, leave it for Isaac Nelson instead for USA. Wraps all the way around. Devon on the far side for Great Plains. He touched it once and then had it taken away. Harris pushes it up the ice. He loses the race to that to Luke Myers. Myers able to wrap it on the board, around the boards. Here's O'Neill down to a knee. Can't play it cleanly. Walls off Toll. Back it comes for Myers. Myers will retreat. As Harris in his face bearing down on him. Off the wall it goes. Nelson intercepts. Nelson looking to center. His puck is tapped away. Sorrentino tracks it down. Forces Great Plains to reverse and go the opposite way. 2-2 your score. Some good skating so far throughout the first period plus of this one. Power play goal and an even strength for Great Plains. A pair of even strength goals for USA. Pinned along the far side boards with 10:35 to go. Back across the goal line. Kicked ahead from the circle by McNeil. Couldn't hang on to possession. Now 2-on-1. Hobson was open, but Nelson had it poked away. So Vaughn brings it back down the other way. He's got O'Neill off to his left and behind. Had McNeil ahead. Tried to go to McNeil. He was walled off by two defenders. Off the wall it goes to Hobson for USA. Hobson had his stick caught up, but no trouble there as Schrader comes across to pick it up. And an offsides. Bring us right back out as Schrader got in too quick with 10:07 to go. The first of three in our night session here on Friday at the North American Hockey Showcase, presented by Youth Hockey Hub. It's the Show 2018. Great Plains last year's runner-up. Trying to take a head of steam into bracket play. Kraft around a defender, but already had a teammate in the zone. Another two games, Great Lakes will take on North America, and then New England and Minnesota. That's the game where Great Plains needs a little help. Minnesota, same record as them coming into the day with just a single loss. But they've got to play the top team, New England. Kraft goes wide, fires that pass, looking inside for Korkish. Couldn't find him and connect. Under 10 minutes to go here in this second period. Held up along the far side boards at the blue line, tapped around, eventually shoved back in by Cortan, your last goal scorer. Taken away, back at their own blue line. Cortan leading the rush, 3-on-2 as Kraft behind. Kraft cycles in at the circle. Pass was a little bit too slow behind him. Cortan cutting along the goal line. He was there, puck was there, and eventually taken away. Schobert able to stand tall and watch everything and keep everything out in front of him. Sherman had a chance at the Great Plains blue line to gain possession. Couldn't do it. It's Schrader instead on the other side. He's got it against four defenders. Turns the corner. Looking to shoot. Instead, lobs the pass over to the far side. Hobson puts it in on net. There is Toll to hack at it, but Schobert make that off-ed. Settles it down and eventually draws the whistle. Hobson and Toll. Hobson, the Arnold, Missouri native. Joshua Toll out of Rosemount. Jackson Schrader tried to win that draw down to the corner. Instead, it comes flying out of the zone. DeShane chasing it towards Nelson. Nelson able to put it back down. There's Schrader. He's got Hobson in the middle, but Schrader couldn't hang on to it long enough. That is a timely pick by Luke Myers. That was a 2-on-1, and the second one had him beat. Puck into traffic, knocked down again by Myers. He's trying to work it out of the danger zone. Myers got a little bit of a help from DeShane. And they're able to work it around the boards. Out to neutral ice where it's intercepted. Taken back by Drew Schock. He had it for a moment, popped out towards Jensen. Jensen's touch back to DeShane. DeShane works it outside the circle far side. Good move to get a man down on the deck and work his way all the way down below the goal line with under 8 minutes to go here in this second period. DeShane still with possession. He'll shovel that puck over to the far side, look to get it back off the boards. Instead it comes for Myers. Myers floats through 3 defenders. His pass a little too strong back towards the front of the crease, taken away by Nelson. Nelson up to Toll. Toll trying to play along the boards and tightrope his way down the ice. He lost it instead. Jensen's down on the deck. Got it away to DeShane. DeShane from the circle steps inside a defender, and he'll finish right side of the net and through. Pretty stick work from Parker DeShane. Takes it from the blue line to the goal line, and bang, it's 3-2 in favor of Great Plains. Two unanswered goals to take a lead. After it was 2-1, 9 seconds into the period in favor of USA. The next 2 goals over the next 7 minutes scored by Great Plains. Parker DeShane picks up his 5th goal of the tournament. Jensen his 4th assist. The timing on that was impeccable. He just got taken out at neutral ice before he got that puck away to his teammate DeShane. Now the defense. Great Plains able to clear. McNeil floats to the far circle. Thought about a centering pass, held onto it instead, and it was eventually tapped away. Up the ice it comes, and a long shot from outside the blue line, stopped by Offed. And he's able to direct that to Tyler Ness. Ness looking for a man coming off the bench. Instead, it's intercepted by Hobson. Hobson keeping it alive from the far boards, back to the middle. Long shot from Sorrentino. Bangs off the back wall, all the way out towards the blue line. Hobson caught up to it, but the puck spinning on its end somehow stays in at the blue line. Hobson floating down to the left side, and that pass too strong for him. O'Neal, touch off the boards to McNeil. McNeil flying in on Drew Schock. Schock able to poke it away, got some help from his teammates, ends up on the stick of Harris. Harris floats in. Harris goes wide around 2 defenders. His pass back to the middle. Bouncing puck, just going to go wide. Now it's back out in center again. Touched up by Myers and put out of trouble for just a moment. Isaac Nelson now tracked it down in the corner for Team USA. Long shot through traffic, deflected off of 2 different Great Plains sweaters. Finally swept out of the zone by a flailing attempt from Sherman to keep it in the zone. Harris will dump it down, and he'll go right to the bench. Still 5 minutes to go here in this second period. It's 3-2 Great Plains. They are just hanging on, though, and now it's turned over. Sherman from the slot sends that one wide. Banging rebound coming back out in front as Offed sprawls down on his stomach. Puck whips around the boards, bangs ahead. Cortan with a man to his left. It's Corkish. Cortan, the 2 defenders draw in, and he fires the shot wide. 4:45 to go. USA trying to work it up with Isaac Nelson. Instead, Great Plains hangs on to it at the blue line. Trying to find Cortan in the middle. The little flip pass goes awry. Corkish can't get it to him. Mason Kraft had a touch on it. And then it's out and coming back for Team USA. Down to the deck goes Drew Schock as he tries to maintain possession. Back out it comes for Schrader. Schrader to the blue line. Toll has to keep it in. Sprint in below the goal line. Brady Sheridan out of Glendale, Arizona. Had a touch, but Great Plains pulls it through neutral ice. Long shot, skitters well wide with 4 minutes to go here in this second period. Toll moving it through neutral ice. Sheridan again. His shot deflected up into the netting. So 3:53 to go here in this second period. It's been an up and down, action-packed game so far. Neither team with more than a 1-goal lead. The leads for Team USA have not lasted very long of late. Took one 9 seconds into the period. And before 2 minutes had expired, it was tied again at 2. And the last goal goes for USA. This shot from Harris just deflected wide. He had some net to work with on the far side, but a defenseman gets the stick or the shoe involved. Wrapped around the boards far side. Deschênes tried to pick it up. Instead, it's his teammate O'Neill. Sauer falling down at neutral ice. If he had been able to keep his skates, he might have had a breakaway running in on Schober. Instead, with 3:09 to go, Great Plains to scramble to maintain possession. Sauer along the near side boards. Was able to send it down towards the far side corner. But it's Team USA that picks it up first. Down the ice it goes, and that will be an icing with 2:55 remaining. Here in period number 2. Fourth game of the day overall here at the show. Third on this sheet of ice and the first of our evening session of 3 games. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for bracket play starting at 9:45. Championship on Sunday at 8:30, all here on Youth Hockey Hub. Two and a half minutes to go. Period number 2. Puck sliding just dangerously wide. Schober thought that was coming on net, and it just ducked behind instead. Great Plains never led by more than 1. And now a penalty coming up on USA, and it's going to be a golden opportunity. The 4th power play chance of the game for Great Plains. Hobson into the bin. 2:19 to go, so most of the rest of the period, barring a goal, going to be spent on the 5-on-4 for Great Plains. They are 1 for 2 so far. 1 for 3 so far, excuse me. Great Plains wins the draw so they can hang on to it. Myers, though, lost his edge. So he pops it right back out to Tyler Hess. Hess couldn't hold it in the zone. Tried to dump it right back down. Instead, it goes to Drew Schock. Schock pushes it back out. Dump towards neutral ice again for McNeil. McNeil written off the puck by Schrader. Schrader ends up with the puck, flying back down shorthanded. Schrader's shot rising with speed, sails wide. Off the boards and back down at the feet of Sorrentino. He couldn't find it, so that means Vaughn has it with McNeil in the middle. Vaughn to McNeil. McNeil on the back door, and he couldn't bring it home. Sorrentino off the slight deflection. Clares fighting for possession off the wall with 55 seconds to go on the power play. Instead, it's down the ice for Isaac Nelson, and there'll be an interference call coming up on Myers. Instead, they'll call it a trip. The result is the same. We'll go 4-on-4 for the next 51 seconds, and then have about 19 seconds. 5-on-4 to work with for Team USA. USA trying to hang on to possession. Clares flying in across the blue line, straight through the circles, and he knocks it home. The hand was up, the penalty was coming, but Clares scores it, and they say he scores it before the net comes loose too. An important distinction. And so Danny Clares. Makes this a 4-2 game in favor of Great Plains. 58 seconds remaining here in this second period. My, how things have turned with 3 unanswered goals from Great Plains. We're down 1-0 and 2-1. Now they lead it 4-2, and we're not out of the second period yet. Ingebretson trying to hang on to that one. .22 seconds remain in Hobson's penalty. So there still will be time the rest of the period. Plus 50 seconds or so on the other side of the break.
Assisted by number 34, William Cortan. Time of the even strength goal, 14 minutes and 3 seconds. That's Great Plains.
William Cortan giving the assist.
USA is now on the power play.
USA back up a man. They don't have him into the act yet. Now they do get Schrader out on the ice. Final 4 seconds. We'll have right about 50 seconds of power play time when we come back. It will be in the third period. 3 unanswered goals from Great Plains. Cortan got a power play goal. Duchesne at even strength. And Clares inside the final minute to make it 4-2. Great Plains, they're looking for their 5th win of the tournament. They'll do so in the third period when we come back to the North American Hockey Showcase, the show presented by Youth Hockey Hub. Headed to the third period. Game one of our night session here on Friday at the North American Hockey Showcase. It's the show presented by Youth Hockey Hub. And we are underway with a 4-2 lead. The last 3 goals scored by Great Plains. And right now, though, USA, who was out to a 1-0 and a 2-1 lead at one point in this game, they've got a power play for another 30 seconds to open up the third period. Drew Schock enters it in quickly. That puck just dangling there, just out of the reach of Offed. He was able to stop the initial attempt, couldn't clean it up. So on the power play, 20 seconds left, still in the Great Plains zone and still in front of their net. And it finally sneaks home past Offed. And it'll be the second goal of the game for Gurkha-Ranveer Otal. And the second time in this game that USA has scored in the first 40 seconds of a period. They did it 9 seconds into the second. They do it 34 seconds into the third. Otal's second of the game, his 4th of the tournament. Now it's 4-3. Great Plains, any thoughts of just walking through the third period of this one? Quickly turned on its head. So 1 for 2 on the power play. 1 for 4 on the power play. On the other side for Great Plains. Each team with the power play goals. Quickly, Korkish, as he tried to spin and backhand his way into the crease. He was upended. Another Great Plains player. Cortan hits the deck as he attacked for the puck. It's still free out of the zone it goes. Great Plains has to move it right back in. Tommy Picanato had a good game this morning out of Maple Grove. He puts it up ahead to Cullen Ingebretson. Ingebretson down below the goal line. He loses an edge and the puck. It's knocked around by Sherman and Toll. Trying to find possession for USA. Trying to get back even. To Hobson it goes. He's got Sherman to his left knee. Goes to Sherman. Little strong for him, so it ends up off the boards. That allows Andrew O'Neill to pick it up. Knock it back off the boards. Coming back, Ingebretson has McNeil. Left side, couldn't wind its way through traffic on the pass, so it's intercepted and taken back the other way. Harris moves it up ice on the near side boards. He's knocked down to the deck, and the puck finds its way down to the far side corner. 12.5 minutes to go in the game. 4-3 the lead for Great Plains. Put back to Toll. Toll brings it in towards the blue line. His shot. Saved down ice level by Offed. He's able to cover it up with 12:24 to go here in this third. Offed stopped 12 of the first 14 shots from Team USA. Make that 14 the first 16, excuse me. Gives up the early goal here on the power play in the third. Otal, who scored it, fighting with Deschênes. Puck ends up down below the goal line, poked around and away. Otal settles it, pushes it up ahead to Sorrentino. Sorrentino across the Great Plains blue line, started to tumble down, lost possession of the puck, and that means Clares has a chance to track it down in the corner and does. Under 12 minutes to go here in this third period. A 1-goal game. That puck dangerously sliding between the circles. And a penalty up along the boards. It's going to come on Team USA. So the power play opportunity for the 5th time in this game for Great Plains. 1 power play goal in their first 4. Sorrentino out of Maple Grove finds himself down in the box. Coach Tony on the far side getting an explanation. So it's not a power play. So it's still 5-on-5 hockey. So Sorrentino in the box. And it is on Offed is the other coincidental minor. So that's why. So it's just a 2-minute on Sorrentino, but also a 2-minute on Offed. His for unsportsmanlike conduct. Puck sliding in, tight on his back goes Schober to make the save and deflect it to the corner. The whistle's going to stop play. Interesting, though, they didn't send anybody into the box, though, for Great Plains in place of Offed. So it doesn't affect the numbers. They'll both come out here in about 1 minute and 20 seconds. Rather just Sorrentino. Myers trying to track it down to keep it in the zone for Great Plains. Can't do it. Up along the boards, Schrader able to poke it out. Sherman trying to walk across the Great Plains blue line. Can't do it as he's walled off. Eventually by Sauer. Sauer got it to Jensen. Jensen, quiet for him so far in this one. That means no goals. Not anymore as he tucks that one under the crossbar and just over the shoulder of Schober. A seeing eye snipe. And Mason Jensen has his 9th goal of the tournament. It's a 2-goal lead again for Great Plains at 5-3. Jensen at even strength. He's your top scorer in the show 2018 so far. And that gives him 9, trying to be the first skater to 10 goals on the week. Makes it 5-3 as we come up on the 10-minute mark remaining here in this third period. Team USA took 1 step forward to make it a 1-goal game. Now a step back courtesy of Jensen. Save into the chest of Schober. Yeah, Mason Jensen just ahead of Ryder Betzold, who has not played yet today. Betzold will be in our nightcap against a tough New England team. Their leading scorer is Egan Beveridge, who has 6. New England did play today. A balanced attack with nobody well out front. Beveridge did have 2 goals in today's game. He's got 4 in his last 2 to charge his way up the charts. A lot of those guys on that New England team that has the best record in the tournament so far, the only unbeaten team in the tournament so far, out of that New York Islanders youth program. And we'll see them later on tonight in our final game of your Friday and our final game of pool play. Bracketed play starting tomorrow at 9:45. Matchups TBD. 9.5 minutes to go. That one deflected on its way into Offed. USA needing another answer. They'll dump it with Harris. Change 1 skater. That'll bring Brady Sheridan back out onto the ice. USA maintains possession with O'Tall. He's got 2 of their 3 goals as we come up on 9 minutes to go. Lost the puck. Comes back out of the zone. McNeil, has it. Vaughn on the inside. Tried to go across to the far side to O'Neill. Sheridan touches it up. Got it out to the blue line. Puck down below the feet of Hobson. Hobson eventually finds it. Tapped it ahead to Nelson. Nelson couldn't corral it. Instead, it's taken away. Up the ice for Ingebretson. Ingebretson between the circles. He sends a floating puck in towards the left pad of Schober, who steers it away. Team USA working it back up the ice. Step inside for Schrader. Schrader, he lost control of the puck. McNeil from Sauer. Back to Sauer in the middle. Intercepted by Toll. Loose puck. Finds its way all the way to Schober. Schober slaps it ahead. Ingebretson picks it back up inside the near circle. Slapped out of the zone. It heads all the way down the ice, and that'll be an icing. And that was actually touched by Ingebretson. No, in fact, it's going to be a slash on Ingebretson. So that's the call for Colin Ingebretson, the defenseman from Woodbury. All right, power play opportunity for Team USA. Their second of the period. They scored on their first. They're 1 for 2 on the power play so far. 8 minutes to go. Team USA off the draw, gets it ahead for Harris. Harris is floating puck along the goal line. They've drawn Offed well out of the net. It's loose, and no. That one stayed out of the net somehow with a wide open net. Now O'Toole sends the long shot, sailing into Offed. He makes the save in Great Plains. Living right with 7:49 to go. Offed drawn all the way to the near side. Left the goal mouth wide open. Somehow that puck didn't spin home for Team USA to cut it to a 1-goal game again. Golden opportunity, though, with the power play. They lose the draw. Taken away by Great Plains. Pushed up the ice by Cortan. Cortan off the boards, beats a second defender, goes short-handed, ends up down on the deck. And the puck taken away by Drew Schock. Cortan ends up sprawled all the way in the corner. They can have a 2-man advantage if they hurry, but they lost a stick, so really it's just 3-on-3 hockey. Taken away. Clares moves it back up the ice. A little too strong as it's tipped by Sheridan. He's mad that he couldn't hang on to it. Oliver picks it up instead. Oliver takes it into the Great Plains zone on the near side boards down towards the corner. Ducking it right back, it goes to Sorrentino. Sorrentino tries to wrap it around the boards, looking for O'Toole on the far side. 55 seconds to go in the power play. Harris had it. Back to the near side for Sorrentino. He's walled off by 2 defenders. Great Plains can't clear it. Sorrentino back into the middle. O'Toole tries to tap and redirect back towards the net. Bounces off the back wall and swallowed up by Offed. 6:51 to go in the game. 38 seconds to go in the power play opportunity. Slow to get up. Andrew O'Neill out of Fargo, North Dakota, and he will make his way ever so slowly back to the bench. Jackson Schrader. Chance to hold it in, could not do it. McNeil looked to take it up ice. Instead, it comes back to Sheridan. Sheridan flings it down to the corner. Nelson walking in towards the crease, ends up contacting Offed. Puck ends up in the far side corner. Wrapped around by Luke Myers. Myers has it intercepted on the far side by Hobson. Hobson walking along the goal line. Hobson put it right back out in front. Schrader, he'll take it out from the crease. Trying to maintain possession as they lose the advantage. He again fires it home towards the front. Offed steers it clear to the far side. Picanato into the fight to try and control. That shot sailing dangerous from Hobson, but just goes wide. Sheridan tracks it down. He tries to turn the corner far side. More pressure from Team USA, down a pair of goals. Finally, it's poked out of the Great Plains zone. Vaughn tried to hit his streaking McNeil in the middle of the ice, couldn't find him. O'Neill's back out there with this line is Picanato. Trying to take it away. Couldn't do it. Harris had it touch off his stick. It goes to Clares. Clares able to move it up ice towards the blue line and down into the zone for Great Plains. Immediately, though, touched up by O'Toole. Hobson, he'll carry it out. Hobson across the Great Plains blue line, fires that shot, bouncing in, directed away by Offed. And he falls on top of it to bring us to a stoppage with 5:13 to go here in period number 3. Great Plains just over 5 minutes away from going 5-1. The only team with a better record would be New England. Deschênes. Off the win, on the draw, Sherman taking it right in. And we're going to have an interference as it was swallowed up by Offed. But Great Plains go back on the penalty kill here as Danny Clares called for interference. So the third power play opportunity of the period for Team USA. Plenty of time to go. They're down 5 as that puck dangerously wraps around the boards behind the net. Sheridan fires it in. That rising puck, just a piece of that from Offed to steer it clear and into the netting. Rising towards that upper 90 left. Face off, glove side of Offed. Great Plains can't clear. Picked out by Picanato. Dumped out to neutral ice. Schober comes out to challenge. Jensen whips that backhand pass behind him looking for Deschênes. It never got to him. Sorrentino bangs it around the boards with 4:15 to go. Need to go to work now. Nelson sends that one down on the pads of Offed, who makes another save. Back out under control. Myers for Great Plains, steps inside a defender. Fires it towards Nelson, right in front of the net. Ricochets out. Deschênes had it, but a whistle in the net was loose. That's going to get the draw in the USA zone. 58 seconds remaining on the power play. Going to win this and get it back down the ice. Try and go back to work here, down 2 goals. Can't cleanly win the draw, but now Toll takes it out of the zone, pushes it up ahead to Hobson, a little too strong, taken away by Myers. They were offsides anyway. Eric Nelson was in too quick. .340 to go. Off the loss of the draw, Nelson sweeps right in and takes it away. He takes a quick shot, saved by Offed. Great Plains can't clear. Back to USA it goes. There's Toll floating through the circle. Toe shot, deflected away. Another shot, bounding too high after Alexander Oliver tracked it down. Right at the high point, back it comes for Nelson. Nelson will send a side-winding puck in there. It's picked off by Korkish. Korkish down the ice with O'Neill trailing behind. Korkish, with just 8 seconds to go in the power play. He'll hang on to it. Hobson touched it past. Goes for Cortan. And Great Plains successfully kills off the penalty. Cortan fires that shot into traffic. It's deflected down. Back out it comes. Toll pushing ahead to the far side for Sheridan. Sheridan offsides. 2:48 remaining. Everybody at even strength. That means Team USA is now 1 for 4 on the power play, 1 for 4 on the power play on the other side. For Great Plains and a 2-goal margin with 2:40 to go. Great Plains, will they do just enough? They got a 1-goal victory yesterday against Rocky Mountain. Held on for what was much closer than the final score in a 5-2 game against North America, scoring late to widen that one. And now Team USA with Drew Schock taking it away. Schock arrowing in right on Offed, puts the shot on net, knocked down and then covered up. Sherman was there closing quickly, and Offed settles it down, makes the stop. 2:22 to go. And a timeout taken. Evening session continues next. Great Lakes and North America. Golden opportunity for those two teams that are at the bottom of the standings right now to try and find a way to one more win in pool play before they try to regroup for bracketed play starting tomorrow. Great Lakes is 1-4. North America looking for their first win. And then we close it down with a pretty marquee matchup. New England trying to finish unbeaten in pool play and go 6-0. They've got a 3-1 Minnesota team. They're actually 4-1 with an overtime victory to their credit. It's 5 wins in regulation for New England. And they have been just as good as the record would indicate. Look at what New England has done so far in this tournament. 38 goals scored, and they've allowed just 4. Outscored their opponents 17-1 in the second period. 8-2, 11-1. Their closest game, 1-0. Rocky Mountain held them to 1 goal at Mariucci Arena, and 12-0 and 6-1. 6-1 was over this USA team, and they beat Great Plains 8-2. Final 2:15. Here in this third, that was Jensen looking for his second, and a good save from Schober to keep it at a 2-goal game. Even strength with 2:12 remaining. Draw coming to the stick side of Schober. Picanato loses it up the near side boards. Clares from the circle ended up on the seat of his pants. The puck sweeping ever closer to the goal, and it's in. The whistle I thought had come early and was going to signal that the net was coming loose, but no, it's for a 4th goal of the game for Team USA, and with 1:54 to go, it is a 1-goal game. Brady Sorrentino narrows the margin again. And it's now 5-4 Great Plains. Not a lot of time left, but USA now brings into play pulling the goaltender. Sorrentino's first goal. He'd had 3 assists in the first 5 games. And now finds himself with a big-time goal to make this one a little more interesting in the final 90 seconds. Sorrentino holds it in the zone. He's got Harris behind him. Fires that one in close on a rebound try. Otal was just a step late. 80 seconds to go. Back to Sorrentino in the slot. Steps around a defender and fires that one wide. He was zeroed in on the net and had offense scrambling, but he just pushed it wide. Minute 13 to go. Great Plains trying to hang on. They were that close moments before. Mason Jensen put his shot right on Schober. And now the draw is going to come all the way out to neutral ice. Harris trying to win it. Down to the deck to win it instead was Deschênes. Can't maintain possession. It drops back. Chase for Luke Myers. He'll track it down. Final 60 seconds. 5-4 game. Great Plains can't clear it out of their own zone. They've been able to maintain the pressure on the puck. Still couldn't clear it. Sorrentino, who just scored to make it a 1-goal game, looking for Otal. It was Hobson instead, coming off the bench. 40 seconds to go in a 1-goal affair. Hobson tracking it down towards the corner. He's got Harris out in front. Puck bounds its way there. Pops up, lands on top of the goal. Trickles back down behind the net. Hobson still fighting for it. Centered back out in front again. Another shot. Hobson was on the doorstep. Couldn't redirect. This one, though, goes home to tie the game at 5 with 22 seconds to go. They kept after it. And Team USA with 2 goals in the final 2 minutes has tied it with 23 seconds left. Keep hacking, Team USA. And now they have scored 2 unanswered. See who they give that to. But will someone score in the final 20? O'Tall. It's Sorrentino gets them both. Hobson on the assist, final 9 seconds. Great Plains flying past the blue line. Vaughn trying to trail in. Vaughn with 2 seconds, with 1, centered it again, swept away, and that is how regulation will end. And it will be overtime here in the first game of our night session. Great Plains will go to overtime for the first time in this tournament. So it'll be 3-on-3, sudden death, stop time for 5 minutes. They'll just take a minute break here, so we'll keep it. Both of these teams, first foray into overtime. Great Plains had a 2-goal lead with just outside of 2 minutes to go. The only teams to play overtime were Minnesota and Rocky Mountain. They went to overtime and Rocky Mountain got the victory. So either way you slice it, Great Plains not going to be any closer than 1 regulation victory behind New England. Now again, everybody's still alive in bracket play, so coming out of the pool with the #1 record doesn't mean quite as much outside of pride. Great Plains will still have a chance to show down against New England head-to-head again. But going to overtime here now leaves just New England, the only team that's going to get 5 regulation wins in pool play. So it is sudden death, 5 minutes here of 3-on-3 hockey. Claire's out there with Jensen and Deschênes. In gold for Great Plains. They got it to the man they want. Jensen flying down the ice, centers it right back to Deschênes, and he's stopped by Schober. Schober draws first blood with a huge save. Now Team USA working out there with Sorrentino and Schock and Harris. Sorrentino scored the 2 goals. Now Harris has a turnover. Oh, and they were offside. Harris could have walked in towards the net. Sorrentino, though, just too quick across the blue line. Time pauses with 4:24 to go. They had the look they wanted. Think about this, though. Jensen, the top scorer in this tournament, once inside of the final 5 minutes of regulation, and then just there, turned away by Schober. Game-changing goals. That one lobbed up and too strong. Alexander Oliver holds it into the blue line. Dumps it down. He's got Toll out there with him, and Isaac Nelson now trying to be the combination to find the game-winning goal. Come back from 2 down inside of 2.5 minutes to go in regulation. He scored twice to tie it. Ingebretson now flying across. He's got Korkish behind to the goal line. Center pass. Too strong for Korkish. Tracks it down at the circle. Korkish, stick handling, splitting a couple of defenders, ends up down on the deck. Left it. Now it comes back up ahead for Nelson. Nelson with Ingebretson back. Nelson from the circle. Nelson in on Ingebretson. Dangled, knocked the goaltender down, but Ingebretson was able to maintain possession. Nelson could never get it back. Ingebretson flies it up ahead to O'Neill. O'Neill flying across the blue line. Steps inside a defender. Fires it home, and Schober makes another save. They cannot solve Schober here in the overtime. Standing up to 2 of the best in space for Great Plains. And Spencer Schober has turned away both Jensen and O'Neill. Myers to Cortan. Will this be the three-man line that can solve it for Great Plains? Cortan has McNeil. McNeil with Cortan floating. McNeil will put it in the back of the net and finish it off in overtime for Great Plains. They kept the pressure coming. Schober stood up twice, but that 2-on-1 break for McNeil finished off with his 5th goal of the tournament. And in overtime, it's Great Plains that wins it 6-5. So 6-5 is your final. Brady Sorrentino, the heroics in the final 2 minutes to score a pair of goals to force overtime. And then Gavin McNeil working with William Cortan down the ice on a 2-1 break. And that's finally the combination that unlocks a goal here in this overtime. 5th goal of the tournament for McNeil. And your final score is 6-5. Tony Scott is down on the ice, and he's going to talk to one of the Great Plains skaters, so we'll keep it right here and be ready to toss it down to Tony when he is ready. So it was a 1-1 score after 1. Rowan Vaughn scored for Great Plains. Gurkaranveer Otal scored for Team USA. Period 2, that belonged to Great Plains. They scored 3 goals. Cortan on the power play. Deschênes and Clares all with goals. The only goal came for Jackson Schrader for Team USA. So it was 4-2 going to the 3rd. First goal was scored, the second of the game from Otal to make it 4-3. But then the final 2 goals, well, what looked to be the final 2 goals, or the final goal they would need to make it 5-3. It was the 10th goal of the tournament for Mason Jensen. Excuse me, the 9th goal of the tournament for Mason Jensen. And then Brady Sorrentino with a pair late to tie the game at 5, and the game winner for Gavin McNeil. McNeil now has 5. Cortan now with 2. Deschênes has 5. Vaughn has 4. As the scoring continues to pile up, and McNeil, as we mentioned, with 5. For Clares, the defender, it was his first goal to go with 4 assists. And Tony is ready downstairs. Take it away.
We are here, YHH post-game with game-winning goal hero Gavin McNeil. They win 6-5. Congratulations, Gavin, on a great game.
Thank you.
All right, let's walk you through that game-winning goal. Let me know what happened. How did it transpire? How did you guys get the W?
3-4 passed me the puck, and I just put it up top self.
It was nice. William Corton, beautiful pass. You finished it off. What is Great Plains going to have to do to beat North America tomorrow in the quarterfinals?
Keep working hard.
Keep working hard. YHH Player of the Game, Gavin McNeil, his 2nd award, and a big winner here today as Great Plains takes it 6-5. Congratulations, bud.
Thank you.
Back up to you.
Thanks, Tony. And it was 6-5 in overtime. A thriller, just our 2nd overtime game of the show, and it goes to Great Plains. Stick around. We've got more great hockey coming your way as we finish up pool play with 2 more. Great Lakes takes on North America next, and then New England takes on Minnesota. All right here at the North American Hockey Showcase, the show 2018, presented by Youth Hockey Hub.